Marriage
You
is
are
going to
the
be
gay
straight
ones.
fire.
Now that has to be in the
Straight
podcast.
fire.
No.
That was quality.
Can we talk some Ultimate Frisbee real quick, just to like segue and like get the free flowing juices going?
What you want to talk about, Ultimate, Devin?
Well, first of all, I want to announce to the podcast that I am now the official head coach of the Westchester men's team.
Oh, congratulations. That's so cool.
Yeah, and so I was at practice last night, and I went to practice just to kind of test them out and meet the captains and everything, and they were looking kind of rough. I was like, yeah, I think I'll just need to teach them basic fundamentals and stuff, and we can grow. But like, we had good numbers and good guys. I went to practice yesterday, and there was this one kid. There's two kids, but one kid that was so fucking good. I was like, holy shit. I was like, who is this kid? And I talked to the captains, and they're like, yeah, he like played something like called Forge or something. I was like, holy fuck. Like, yeah, that makes sense. Forge is like one of the best high school club teams in the nation. So
Oh, wow.
him and this
Where's
other
it
kid
at?
also, yeah, him and this other kid played together on that team. So I got lucky. He's the best freshman since Will Honey coming in.
I got to see this kid, dude.
Yeah, he's very. And I've only seen him like indoors in Egner Gym, which is like 20 yards long. So I can't wait to see him on a field. But he's gonna be money. And then other news for me, I went to Empire tryouts in New York this past weekend. It went pretty well. Someone like landed on my calf, and so like gave me Charlie horse, so I couldn't do the whole thing. But the reason why I'm bringing that whole thing up is because there's also Phoenix tryouts that I want to be a part of. But I also obviously couldn't make it, so I emailed the coach, and he's like, "Yeah, no, we'll catch you the next weekend." So I've officially made it farther in Phoenix tryouts this year than I did last year. I didn't even have to try out.
That's the way to do it, dude.
So are you going to
I'm
limp
very
your way
young.
to the top?
I'm feeling much
Phoenix?
better now. I
Yeah.
should. I'm gonna go for a run tomorrow, make sure I'm 100%, and then Thursday we have a game. So hopefully no setbacks. I'll be 100% for that, and then the tryouts this weekend. Yeah, so I'm thinking I should be okay. I've really been babying my body since Saturday.
I'd like to talk about the food at the Super
Oh,
Bowl.
yes.
that's a good point.
Yeah. Please get started with that.
The other aspects of having a Super
So
Bowl
like
party.
the Super Bowl party.
What it means to me.
Yeah. So you're going to a Super Bowl party.
Yo.
What are you looking for? What is the ideal Super Bowl party for you, Nikki?
I gotta tell you, this guy on my volleyball team messaged us, and I don't remember how big he said his TV is. I'm trying to look back. He said he has a 106-inch screen with projector.
Oh,
So-
there you go.
He's having and from what he's told us, he throws like raging parties. He works for Microsoft. He's like a really cool dude. And so he's having all of our team over finally, because he's always like, yo, let me have you guys over. Come out on my boat. And we haven't done anything yet. So I'm just excited to see his, 106-inch screen. And then we've all kind of just been messaging in the chat. Like, Kevin's going to make strombolis. I was talking about what they're making. And I kind of just, when I was younger, I didn't give a crap about football. But now I actually, watch the games. So it's much better. Before I used to be like, I don't understand and I don't care. But it's more fun now that I actually care a little bit about football. At least the Eagles and the Bills.
I think I agree with you, Nikki, that I care a little bit more about football now than I did when I was younger. But I think that the thing that grew on me most was appreciating the amount of well-cooked food that seems to always surround the Super Bowl. What was your guys's what's your favorite that you've had at a Super Bowl?
It's like a
party?
mini Thanksgiving.
Yeah, if I go to a Super Bowl party and there's no buff chick dip, then I'm leaving that Super Bowl party.
Yes.
That's what I was gonna say, dude. And ironically, Nikki compared to Thanksgiving, and I was like, even though it's not really a Thanksgiving food, that was my Thanksgiving food of choice too. The
Yeah.
buffalo chicken dip needs to be at all the food gatherings.
I'm glad you enjoyed the buffalo chicken dip at Friendsgiving, because I did make the buff chick dip and some salsa and stuff. So I'm glad that was a hit for you.
Oh yeah, that was great. And your numerous snaps that I got prior to, I really felt like I was there for the creation of it. And
Oh yeah, I forgot. I like documented the whole thing, like as if I was on a cooking show, like doing the different steps.
it looked really good. Yeah, I was like, ooh, artisanal or artisan. I'm never sure what what words we're supposed to use, but yeah, that was great.
So buff chick, definitely number one for me. Number
Pizza.
two, pizza's good. I was gonna say pigs in a blanket.
Oh,
That just has like that game day vibe feel for me, just having those pigs in a blanket.
What do you consider pigs in a blanket?
A standard pork wiener wrapped in like a croissant type flaky bun.
Okay,
Kind of like
pigs in a
it's not a
blanket,
true like
yeah.
hot dog bun. It's more of like a.
That means something else to me because that's like a pigs in a blanket is actually.
Is it sexual?
You wish.
You don't know what I wish for.
Like meat and rice stuffed like in cabbage, like a red sauce.
Yeah, that sounds gross.
That's
No, I'm just kidding.
original Polish pigs in a blanket.
No, I could see how that's good.
So you kind of confused me there. I'm like, I've never had pigs in a blanket at football. What are you talking about?
Nah, pigs in the blanket. I mean, like little
like
hot dog
Annie
weenies with spicy mustard.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what I was looking for. I kept on saying croissant, which might be true, but like kind of like a pretzel-y wrap around. Yeah, so I think those are my top two, and then everything after that is fine. Whatever you got. I mean, usually like a salsa or guacamole is good because you already have chips for the buff chick. But
did I make some killer guac tonight?
Now, I would also say, I mean, like chicken wings, like buffalo chicken wings, great game day food, but prices for those are getting a little bit higher. And for me, it's not necessarily on the Super Bowl. Like they're definitely like one of my favorite foods, but I can enjoy them separately. It doesn't have to. It might be overwhelming to have. And we actually already covered that basis with buff chick dip. You know, you don't need the wings, even though I wouldn't complain.
Yeah, wings aren't a bad addition. I was curious, Nikki, you said pizza right away. I feel like pizza in my mind is not innate to the Super Bowl. Is it like a certain type of pizza? Like I'm never gonna complain about pizza, but
wow, like my
curious.
family every Super Bowl like balls out on chicken wings and pizza. Actually, that's like every Sunday, but but for the Super Bowl especially, like I can't, like you guys are saying, it's not necessary. Like that's just a staple.
Do either of you have a drink of choice on the Super Bowl? And also, do you tend to like treat it as a fun time and you're having a couple drinks, or are you like, well, tomorrow's Monday, can't really indulge?
I'm gonna be with like my frisbee team, so I'll probably indulge. And I like root beer.
She'll indulge in a lot of root beer, really get crazy.
Yeah. That's where I'm at with that. I can't get like super drunk, maybe just a little tips. Work the next day.
What about you, Chris?
I feel like in college when we had shindigs, like the move was more to like actually drink some amount. I feel like at this point in life, I don't anticipate like if the family's having a beer or whatever, I'll probably have like a beer or two, but I don't anticipate drinking any too much. Probably around what Nikki said, like a good buzz might be the move, but I think that would be like the extent of it for
if
the Super Bowl.
anything.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna be different this year, but in years past, I would usually just like abstain Friday and Saturday, and then just indulge on Sunday and just bite the bullet on Monday. Just go to work hungover. Just let it roll.
Did you guys hear about this petition to move the Super Bowl to Saturday night? So people wouldn't have
I would like a petition to just cancel work on Monday.
Yeah, that sounds better.
Make an observed holiday on Monday. I had about 5 beers on Saturday, the 29th, and I felt it the next morning. Just a little.
That's a benefit. You like that?
It's the benefit is that it only took 5 to get me to a place on
I hear
Saturday.
you.
Austin,
I was
which
just giving
also
you a
got me
hard
to
time.
the place on Sunday. Also, I did not miss being hungover the month of January. That was nice. that was good to wake up on Sundays and being like, I have the whole day ahead of me. I could go for a run or work out or watch football. Like I had a choice of what I want to do instead of like, nope, I have to sleep this off until at least noon or 1 o'clock. But so that Sunday, I woke up a little bit hungover, and so we ordered Dunkin' Donuts, and it was snowing. And so Courtney had to go outside and clean off her car of the snow. And the Dunkin' arrived, so I texted her, hey, the Dunkin's here. And when she came in, she was like looking a little sad, and she was like, I saw this little bird. He was outside, and he doesn't look like he's doing too well. I think he hurt his beak. And I was like, all right, well, I mean, I'll take a look. And it wasn't like a baby bird, but it was like a small songbird. Maybe we think maybe it was like a woodpecker. And it must have ran into the window or the door or something. And it did have like a couple of drops of blood nearby, and it was coming from its beak. And it was breathing really fast and really heavy, and it was just sitting there, not moving. So we had to take action on this whole situation.
So
So
Devin,
you
kindly.
cooked it and ate it for dinner.
I was also gonna make a dark joke and say, so Devin kindly snapped its neck and put it out of its misery. But sorry, Devin, go on with the appropriate version.
No, I did Google. I Googled a lot of different things, and so by the end of this story, there'll be a couple of different takeaway messages. But one of the things was like, if a bird's really injured, like just leave it to die. Nature will run its course. And I was like, oh, well, this bird seems a little bit better off than that. And another one was like blunt force trauma, like just put it out of its misery. And I was like, nope, not going to do that either. But then like another option,
just didn't want to smack a bird.
It was probably an adult bird at this point, and it was still breathing and it was alive. And so what we ended up doing, and Google said to do this. First of all, it was very cold outside. Like I said, it was snowing. So I walked up and used a towel, and I just picked it up and placed it in a box that was lined with a towel. And we just like didn't bring it indoors, but brought it through the first set of doors in our apartment complex, just so that like it could be in a safe spot and rest, and so that way no one's stepping over it, or if a dog comes and sniffs it or whatever, like just give it the least amount of stimulus. Because what probably happened is it ran into the window, and these birds go into a state of shock because it's like a concussion type deal, and so they're just disoriented, and they may not, be able to move themselves or understand what happened for anywhere from like 20 minutes to like several hours. So we ended up calling a bunch of different numbers, like trying to find like Wild Rescue, or I called like the Wildlife Audubon Society or whatever. Courtney ended up calling 911, just being like, hey, can you direct us to someone else? And they're like, nah, we don't know. We'll send an officer out. I'm like, oh, damn it, we don't want an officer. But like he came out, it's like, yeah, I don't know what to do.
You seriously sent an officer?
Yeah, they have to. If you call 911, they have to send someone.
You serious? They couldn't direct you to the like SPCA like line or the animal helpline?
Yeah, we just thought like they must have dealt with this before, and they can just shoot us over, just transfer our call to someone else.
Yeah.
But they didn't have. We ended up even calling like the apartment complex, and they're like more concerned about if the bird's on the property or whatever. And we're like, well, yeah, people are stepping on like. And so eventually, like the policeman actually was helpful because he gave me a number to call. And when I called them, it sounds like bad advice or like annoying advice in the moment, but he was like, best case scenario, if a bird runs into a window like that, like you can hold on to it or whatever, but like hopefully it just gets better and flies away. And I was like, all right, I mean, okay. But Courtney ended up finding like a place 30 minutes away that we called, and they said they would take in the bird and fix it back up to health or whatever. And so we were getting ready to do that. Meanwhile, just so you guys know, the Dunkin' Donuts is getting cold. I'm still hungover. I'm wearing shorts outside while it's snowing, trying to take care of this bird, calling different people. There's residents coming out with different size boxes being like, oh, thank goodness you took care of the bird. Like, I have to go or whatever. And we're like, yeah. Okay, sure. And so we try. I take it outside. I was like, I'm just gonna see if like it gets better or whatever. And I like turn over the box, and it starts to like kind of walk because the breathing has slowed down. I thought maybe he'd be okay. And then he kind of like just flies to. He doesn't fly, but he kind of just like falls to like the wall, and then he kind of just grasps onto the wall with his feet, and he's not moving at all, doing the same thing he did earlier. And I read on Google if you can get within 10 feet of the bird and it doesn't move, then there's a problem. So he was definitely doing that. So I was like, all right, well, we're definitely going to have to take this bird to some place. So I go back inside so I could put on some pants and normal clothes and everything.
You didn't have pants on the whole time?
I had like shorts on, yeah.
No.
Because I was, hungover, ready to eat Dunkin' Donuts, not to take care of a small, flightless bird. And so I go back out there, and I was going to do the same thing again, where I just like picked it up with a towel, but like it kept on like inching away from me, so it wouldn't really let me pick it up. And so I was like, all right, well, I'm not going to do that. I went inside and got a broom, and I figured like it'll just perch up on the broom, and then I could put it in the box. And when I put like the broom under its feet, it like was about to perch, and then it just like flew over my head, like it flew down over towards Courtney's car, and then swooped up into a tree and it landed on a branch like 20 feet up. And I was like, it can fly, it's saved. Like, and the best part is it's 20 feet up in the air. I can't grab it. We don't have to go 30 minutes away to the refugee. Like the bird is going to be okay. Like I was like almost tearing up, the past 30 minutes I was just trying to do the best for this bird that was having a tough time. And he, fluttered up to the branch. It was like miraculous. It was great.
Miraculous.
Well, the real question is, what did you name the bird?
See, that's the thing. We decided not to name the bird because the bird has a life outside of us. We were just, passengers in his life, for, 30 minutes to 45 minutes just to be a witness and to give us some sense of meaning in that day. So to give him a name would seem like it'd be too much.
I think you should name him Fred.
Okay, I'll take that into consideration.
I
learned a lot about birds that day. If you walk within 10 feet of a bird and it doesn't fly away, it's probably not doing so well. If they injure their beak, like there's blood coming from their beak, often wild birds that happens to them, and they learn how to live and adjust with the broken beak. So they may not be able to eat the same way, but they learn how to adjust and eat different things and stuff like that. So that made me feel good. Birds could be in shock when hitting a window from anywhere from 15 minutes to several hours. They often run into windows, not because they think it's clear and see-through. They often see reflections of branches and want to land on those branches in the windows that don't exist.
Oh, that's new to me.
Yeah, so they're smart, but they don't have that kind of depth perception and stuff. The vision isn't quite there.
Gotcha. Okay.
And so really the end of the story is like I was watching football and stuff, and I went back outside to check on it. It was still up in its tree, and I was like, come on, just fly away, little buddy. Like, I don't want you just sitting up in that tree. I still feel responsible until you fly away. And so it was like not until like 8 o'clock that night where I took the dog out and I shined a flashlight up there, and he had flown away, or he left, and he wasn't on the ground. I checked around the ground to make sure he just didn't fall off and died. But he flew away, and so he's fine now. He's living his birdie life.
Now, with those bird facts, are you assuming that birds are real and they don't work for the bourgeoisie?
Yeah. Although that one video of the bird saluting Putin is pretty damning evidence that something's wrong with birds.
So you're saying you think that something was Putin in that bird?
I don't know about that one.
Well, Tom Brady, he retired, and it's been a very long career.
No doubt.
It was leaked that he retired, and then it wasn't confirmed, and then he came out and confirmed it. And even just today, he was like, never say never. Like, I might come back, but at this moment in time, I don't see that I ever would.
He absolutely will be back.
It's weird because, like, he's been... Everything you know about him, like, he's been a competitor for so long, and, like, he's still playing at a very high level, and, like, the Buccaneers, if he stayed on that team, would still be a Super Bowl contender next year with him on the roster if they assign some of these free agents and stuff. I couldn't imagine him turning that down to try and win another one. Like you would think like the greatest quarterback ever would want to go out like on top as far as like win a Super Bowl if he can still compete at the high level.
Yeah. I mean, I think he just needs a year with his family because his wife kind of is a huge factor in determining like when, he's come out and said multiple times like she's the one that really wants me to go back and spend time with my family and stuff. So it's good for him, but like Gronk did the same thing. Gronk retired for a year. He went to like WWE for a little bit, and then he came back. And if you compare the two, put Gronk against Brady, who is more addicted to the sport?
Definitely Brady.
Yeah. So I see him coming back. I don't know when, but probably for like one more year. Not anything like crazy, but he said 45, and he's a man of his word. God damn it.
How old is he now?
44.
Well, if he takes a year off, he's going to be 45, and then he'll be 46 if he plays another year.
I know, but then he's not a liar.
Then he's a liar for the other reason, though. He went too far.
Maybe. I mean, I think it said at least 45, so.
Gotcha. I mean, if he plays till he's like 50 or older, like, more power to him. I mean, he's already breaking the record for like the oldest quarterback, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, maybe there was a quarterback like that's a backup. Like Vinny Testaverde was getting pretty old, but as far as someone that's a starting quarterback, still competing.
Nah, I think there was this guy that was like 46 in like the 50s, 46 or 47. I saw pictures of him, and he looks like an old man. He has like gray hair, and
he is the oldest quarterback to win a Super Bowl.
Yes.
So like he's probably the oldest quarterback to throw, multiple touchdowns or start multiple games. Like I'm sure there's plenty of records that he is the owner of because he's the oldest quarterback. But is he the oldest quarterback to be signed on a roster? I don't know about that.
All right, so when we're recording this, we're a couple days away from the Super Bowl, Bengals versus Rams. So I do want to bring up the fact that if you listen to last week's episode, Devin has predicted that the Bengals were going to the Super Bowl. He put money on the Bengals to go to the Super Bowl, and I don't think anybody else in the entire country did. So I have to give you props on that because it's pretty impressive, your foresight in that.
I could just tell they were getting hot. There's something special about them, and I want to root for them. So my Super Bowl pick is the Bengals, even though I think the Rams are more talented. I think they have a better defense. They have more stars. They have the better wide receiver core. They have the better front line on defense. They have the better cornerbacks on defense. They have the home field advantage. Cincinnati's got Joe Burrow, baby. They're taking it home.
I don't know if they got the better wide receiver core, to be honest.
Yeah, Jamar Chase is good, but Cooper Kupp was the best wide receiver in the league. So you got to give the edge to Cooper Kupp. And then who are your second wide receivers? Like T. Higgins? Odell Beckham Jr. has a better resume than T. Higgins.
Yeah, that's fair. I was thinking like Tyler Boyd too. So you got a solid.
Tyler Boyd is good. I can't. And then a bit like Van Jefferson. When we start talking about like Van Jefferson and Tyler Boyd, like whatever, like it's Odell and Kupp are Kupp had the greatest season as a wide receiver since Jerry Rice, and in some statistical categories even better. So like you gotta give the edge to the wide receivers to the Rams. But like I said, and I like Matt Stafford. I think he can win a Super Bowl. But there's just something about Joe Burrow. Kind of unfortunate that Valentine's Day falls right after the Super Bowl this year.
Bomb.
God, I mean, I personally really have to switch gears.
I like to spread it out.
Super Bowl is all about me, and then Valentine's Day is all about her.
About both of you.
I know, that's the joke. It should be about both of us.
I don't know if I told you guys this, but like over the weekend we went to this emo night thing that Kevin's buddy played in, and Kevin met this guy. I'm allowed to say it because he's been telling everyone, like all of my friends and everything, and he was like after the show, he's like, "Yo, guys, come back here." So we went backstage. He's like, "Yo, do you know your fiance saved my life?" And I was like, "No." He's like, "Yeah, he saved my life. Like no one could figure out what was wrong with me after like 50 doctors looked at me, and finally your fiance diagnosed me. And I was like, oh shit, that's really cool. And so
Damn.
he's also playing in this band in he's playing on Valentine's Day, having like emo prom night, and I was like, that would be pretty fun. But it's a Monday, which sucks, and it's in Richmond. It's like My Chemical Slowmance is the name of it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm in.
The name of their band is Throwing Back Sunday, and it was so fun. It was so good.
I love
Yeah.
this. What other fun play on words do they have coming at me?
You should check them out. It was really fun.
Nikki, Dave quoted you the other night, like just randomly while we were hanging out.
Oh, great. What did he say?
He just, I think we were just laughing and talking, and he was like, somebody said something about like, I don't remember what it was, but he was like, cut that. And I was like, oh yeah, he was definitely imitating you.
Oh, I have a tagline.
You do.
Mine is, can you edit that out in post?
I think I did bring that up too.
You know what Chris's is that drives me crazy?
You go.
No, it's, I was
No.
gonna say that.
Yeah.
And I gotta cut that out every time. Hell
He
yeah.
does- yeah, hell yeah, that's a good one.
Or yike. One singular yike.
Are you guys doing
Just the
anything
one.
for like a single hearts Valentine's?
Yeah, I'm gonna kill myself.
Yeah, I'm gonna help Alex kill himself.
Please leave
You're
that in.
gonna
Leave
help.
that in. Leave that in.
It's gonna help.
Also, no, I don't think we need any of this. in the
Trigger warning:
episode.
suicide in the beginning.
Not even for the suicide part, just because like I was literally thinking this when we started up the conversation. I was like, I don't want to talk about like single Valentine's Day stuff because I always feel like people feel obligated to bring that up as though it like is a thing, and it's like it's just not a thing. It's a holiday for couples. Like,
In China, they have a singles day, and it's like everyone's favorite day of the year.
Oh yeah.
And Chris, this is where we hype you up, and you're gonna tell a fake story about how you have a super sexy date coming up on Monday
oh, I do.
with a hot single in your
Damn,
area.
Chris.
Yeah, she doesn't know it yet, but I do.
I wish I could.
So that way people are like, damn, wow, Chris is making moves. Like maybe I should make a move on him before he gets taken.
Mhm. That's usually how I've experienced. That's how my experience has gone. Yeah. Also, do we have anything we actually want to talk about? Insofar as like, I don't want any of the last like 5
This
minutes.
is nightmare.
Yeah, this is like not something that needs to be like thrown on a
Yeah.
podcast. Like, it's funny for us, but I don't know if I think everybody else would just be like, oh,
Hey
this
man,
is
we
kind of
just talk, we
unfortunate.
go with it, man. Like there's a couple of goalposts we need to hit, but we just let it flow.
a
That's where the
goalpost of-
conversation. That's where the conversation went, man. You know,
This
Fry will
didn't
edit
go
in
that way.
post.
This is you
It's all good.
guys.
Fry will
You're
edit in
pushing
post,
it.
man. He always makes you look good. Trust
Oh
me.
yeah. Except for the stuff that he doesn't edit out that I tell him to.
No, name one.
I'm trying to remember. There was
It obviously
something.
wasn't that
trying to
important if you don't
No,
remember.
there was something specific. I don't want to start like keeping a log of these. I'll be like, oh, and on episode 7, Alex didn't edit out when I
Chris.
said that thing that we shouldn't have
Are you
said.
going to Cancun?
Oh no, I never got my passport
Jesus
renewed, so
Christ.
that would be a problem. I know. And apparently we're going to Europe this summer, so I do need to get that renewed.
Oh, you're going on Alex's trip?
Yeah, I'm gonna go meet
Yeah.
up with Alex in Venice, and we're gonna get gay married.
Oh, nice.
Why does it have to be gay married? Why can't it just be
Yeah,
normal
what the
married?
hell?
Are you gonna transition in between now and then? Because I wasn't planning to.
Well, I didn't want to put an adjective on it. I just wanted it to be like a normal
Fair enough.
marriage.
It is normal, but it's
You guys are
specifically a gay one.
gay, but the marriage is straight. The marriage
Yeah.
is normal.
Marriage
you
is
are
gonna
the
be
gay
straight
ones.
fire.
Now that has to be in the
Straight
podcast.
fire.
No.
That was quality. But you guys are welcome to come here. That'd be really fun.
We'll set Chris up with Allie.
Oh,
It's
she
gonna be
won't be
great.
here. I can invite her. She's like super sporty, and
He likes
the only
sporty
thing
girls.
is, Chris, remember I said like you'd have to be Catholic to date to be with her. Like you'd have to transfer. She wants a cat.
Oh no.
I mean, she's an amazing girl.
That's
She's
so
an
easy.
amazing girl. You just have to go to church.
She's just anti-Semitic. That's all. She doesn't. She looks down on other religions. She's amazing in all other ways. I'm only teasing.
She hates
That's not
Muslims, but
true.
like she's a
She's
really
an
nice
amazing.
person.
She doesn't hate Muslims, she just would never date them because they don't believe in God, and they're all going to hell. So I mean, they can't be saved. What are you gonna do? She doesn't hate them.
Will raise children with her and have the same values.
Yeah.
She definitely wants kids too. Dude, this is a lot.
She like for sure wants kids. She's like, she definitely wants kids. Yeah, like several. She's one of 5,
but not out of wedlock.
No, not out of wedlock.
So we'll have the marriage on the 4th of July.
Sex might take a while too.
You guys are. Yeah. I mean, she's so amazing.
Oh yeah. No, I was pretty religious growing up. That's why I make fun of it to hide past religious trauma.
Chris, would it help if I sent you a picture? Just send it in the chat.
I mean, yeah, I didn't even answer. She's already sending it.
I've actually thought you and this girl would be great together for like a while.
Next week on the Tupac's episode.
On the Tupac's.
Fuck. Next week, I like practiced that and I messed it up. Next week on the Two Socks episode, Chris converts to Catholicism. Nailed it.
Next week on the Tupac Sodcast. Here we go.
Okay.
I think you should convert though.
This girl, I would convert. She's amazing. She's such a catch, and she's an accountant. She makes a lot of money.
What's her stance on Fortnite?
I have no idea.
Whoa. That's not like a big sell, Alex. I don't like that you threw that in there as though that's important.
How did she feel about Monster energy drinks?
That I don't.
Okay. I'm gonna yeet myself off of
Wait, what did you think of her picture? Is she hot? I told you she's hot.
I don't want to have to answer these questions, Nikki. I don't even know which one she is. You sent me a picture with 2 people.
Yeah, they're both hot. Come on, Chris.
Yeah, they're all your friends are really hot, Nikki. I just don't know if I want to date any of them.
Okay. Well, that's all I got for you.
I do appreciate.
The first big step is actually Chris to admit that she's not hot, that she's beautiful.
Aww.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right.
She's
back
wonderful.
to eating myself off the